Bum, bam. So I'll give it a little introduction for those that don't know. Obviously, Night of the Living Dead is the classic George Romero movie. Um, Basically the proto-zombie movie. Not the first zombie movie. The first actual official zombie movie was White Zombie, I think, with had an aging Bela Lugosi in. White Zombie is obviously the film that inspired the name of the band. But the idea of the dead coming back to life and shuffling slowly and trying to eat the living, that's pretty much all from this. And the film, it started out like very, very differently. Like the original idea for Night of the Living Dead, it was written as a comedy, if you can believe it. It was a comedy about aliens coming to Earth, and they would have like hot rod races and drag races, and it was done like as an homage to. Did I say John Romero? I meant George. Did I really say John Romero? Did I say that? No, I said George, right? Yeah, good. Someone in the chat said John. I was gonna say, there's no way I would get his name wrong. Good. So anyway, basically, yeah, they wanted to make it like a tribute to like the 1950s kind of, teen horror kind of movies, and it just it just never came about, fortunately, because it would have been really, really bad. And the guy who wrote it was a guy called John A. Russo, and they basically he came together with George Romero, and they eventually fleshed it out because, no pun intended, Romero had read Richard Matheson's I Am Legend, which I'm sure you've all seen, the modern version of that with Will Smith. There was another version made. That movie's been made a couple of times, or 3 times actually. You had obviously the I Am Legend that you guys know with Will Smith and the sad scene with the dog. You also will remember the Amiga Man with Charlton Heston was another one. And then there was The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. So like I Am Legend was like a pretty... it was very heavily adapted. It was very well known by like screenwriters, scriptwriters, filmmakers, and George Romero basically took Russo's ideas of the flesh-eating monster, like the zombies coming back from the dead, kind of like tried to mix it in a little bit with I Am Legend, and that hybrid of the two kind of ideas is what eventually the film became. Now, another interesting part about this film was hugely influential just in cinematic terms historically. One of the reasons why this movie gets held up a lot as a very important movie in civil rights, not just on an allegorical level, but on a very literal and meaningful level, was that the lead character, the hero, is black. And he's the guy who gets everything right, while all the other white people are hysterical and shrieking and not listening to him. And basically, when Dwayne Jones is the name of the actor, when Dwayne Jones came on board, George Romero was really worried about like writing it, through the lens of being a white guy. So he actually let Dwayne Jones come in, write his own dialogue. So yeah, basically this was like really important in cinematic terms. You've got a black protagonist who is a hero and is smarter than all of the other white people in the cast. That gets to act out the typical masculine role of saving, the damsel in distress as a film trope, but it's a white damsel in distress with a black lead. So you can imagine what some people, racist people at the time had to say about that. But also the actor was able to write authentic dialogue and speak in a very authentic way. And sure, this was the 60s, even though it was filmed in black and white. They did that to save money. It wasn't an artistic choice. I think Romero admitted to that later on. But yeah, basically, this is like a huge, important kind of moment in cinema for that reason as well. So, yeah, there's loads of other stuff. Like I say, I got a bunch of notes down here I'll talk about when it's relevant. But yeah, this film incredibly got fucked up because the reason I can show it on Twitch, the reason you guys could show it on your streams, that you're all entitled to own a copy, is because it fell into the public domain because they fucked up renaming it. It was originally going to be called Night of the Flesh Eaters, and then it got fucked over by a lawsuit because it was a 1964 movie called The Flesh Eaters. So they went to change the name, and when they did, they didn't register it properly. They didn't fill in the proper copyright notices, and then that was that. The film lapsed through and went into the public domain. So that's why it's just freely available. So we have one of the greatest horror movies of all time, free for everybody, because of basically a clerical error based around a name change. So yeah, loads of cool trivia and stuff around the movie. Let me just get it set up, and then we'll make this happen. So don't worry, I'm still here. Don't get spooked. Don't get spooked. Where is this? Because I've got the public domain version of it just to be safe. So okay, this is it. All right, no problem. All right, there it is. Now, unfortunately, it does mean it's in 4:3. It was filmed before widescreen. This isn't the widescreen release. So you will have black borders, as you would get with all 4:3 aspect ratio movies. So I'm going to make it as big as I can. But like I say, this is the version from the Museum of Modern Art, which it kind of inducted it. So to preserve it as a movie. I mean, that's how culturally important the movie is. Let me know if that's too loud for everybody. Yeah, is that okay? Right, I'm gonna time it crack a bit. Oh, right back. What I love as well is, right, just think about this movie as a concept. You know, you've got the dead coming back to life. And, you know, so why... You really need to hammer home what is a pretty difficult concept right early on. So this is why you have the opening scene in a graveyard. There's realistically, from a storyline perspective, no need to do that, but they need to intimate very quickly that it is the dead that are coming back to life. That's so you just have the opening scene set in a graveyard, and then your mind makes that immediate association. Oh, this shuffling guy at the start of the film. It's obviously a corpse. The movie's a bit too loud. Is it? I'll get that for you.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what
How's
the
that?
man looks
Is that good?
like.
Does that work?
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
We're back on? Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
keeps on fucking coming, man. Like the fucking Energizer Bunny. Yeah, I see a few of you in the chat talking about the cinematography here. It's good that obviously you're picking up on it, but a lot of the shots Romero uses here are like, I mean, really, you know, with the cuts as she's moving around the house, the way everything's framed. This is like, you know, a real craftsman at work. Like, Romero doesn't get a lot of credit for that. A lot of people talk about his themes. But, this is actually one of his more polished movies in terms of how it was shot. You know, if you think about something like Martin, which is another brilliant movie you should all watch, that's really grimy, filmed very rough. You know, it's almost got like a docu style to it. But this, every shot is just perfectly framed, just to build this tension. You know, like even though she's in a house, it's, you know, she's not safe. It's letting you know that through each of the shots that he chooses. All these like boom, 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 jump cuts. It's really fucking good. Yo, this zombie though. Like, the smartest zombie I've ever seen, I think. I forgot how fucking clever the zombies are in this. Oh, fucking squads. It's like being the last one alive in fucking Blackout. Gotta do it for the squad. Here's the fucking boy, Ben, the fucking legend. Yeah, I think the house, the farmhouse level, definitely there's a little bit of inspiration from Night of the Living Dead in Left 4 Dead 2.
Find out about us. Truck is out of gas.
This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
I suppose you've tried this. Do you live here? Jesus. We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
What's happening?
Oh, you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I
Look, I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! What's happening?
You gotta get it together, lady. Like, they're wrecking the car. Like, they're fucking out of control intelligent zombies. Have you heard that the Orange Man is bad? Orange Man bad. I'm a Kanye. I want to be a free thinker. Oh dear. Didn't want to do that, mate. There's a fuck ton. Kiefer Sutherland there. It's not Kiefer Sutherland. Does look a bit like it.
They know we're in here now. Don't look at it.
Shit, that did look a bit like Ted Cruz. Holy shit. That was a fucking good shout, whoever put that in the chat. Alright, let's get this shit on fucking lockdown. This is like how I used to be at university. Whenever we had weed, like, this is how we treated it. Like, yep, okay, guys, we've got weed. Let's lock all the doors. Keep the windows closed. Keep the curtains drawn. Nobody must know that we have weed. Get it on lockdown. We literally used to call it that. We'd say, like, get it on lockdown.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. Oh, God damn! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
It is happening, and it would appear
28 weeks and days later. Look at these guys. You hadn't banked on that. Yeah, they're not zombies. Remember, they're infected with the rage virus.
Don't shoot. We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody if they needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
it.
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
See, I just love it. Just the
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear.
contrast, you
Now
know.
you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it
Yeah, I love
looks
the logic though. That the guy is like, yeah,
windows,
there's only one way in or out. So if we get overwhelmed, that's the safest place to be, right? Like, it's the dumbest fucking plan ever. It is the fucking stupidest idea.
See what's going on outside.
And it's like,
But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right.
I'm going to break from convention here, Mr. Cooper, and I'm going to agree with the black man.
You two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up
It's
that door,
insane, man.
and I'm
Like,
not
when
gonna
you
lie,
think
no
as
matter
well
what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
that
No,
this
I'm not gonna wait. I
like
made
this
my decision,
needed
now you make
this
yours.
film needed
Now,
to be
wait a
made
minute.
in the
Let's think
60s.
about this.
That's
We can make it
where
so we're
race
getting
relations
past
in
it.
America was at.
And if we do decide to
It's
stay down
so
there, we'll
fucking
need some
crazy
things
to
from
me.
up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in this cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
That is fucking chilling right now, anyway.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Oh, Resident Evil 2, homies. saving that ammo, my friend. No. There it is. Kylo Ren at the front there. Get a bit of side buttock. I'm hoping this isn't nudity. Is this nudity? Does that count? Side boob. Is that a Twitch violation? A black and white bum? I never understood this either. Why is she eating an insect? They don't do that in...
Gotta fix these
is a definite connection.
the way it works. It's just such a retarded.
Doctor, please. I thought we
Like it's so dumb to even try, and it's unconstitutional for starters. It clearly says in the Constitution. So yeah, I can't do that. It's just another example of fucking Trump, like with a transgender ban. Oh, if I tweet something, does it become the law now? No, Donald, it doesn't work like that. It cannot work like that. No functional civilization would ever allow what you tweet to be entered into law just like that. It wouldn't work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tweet it and say it anyway, right? No, but it doesn't work like that, Donald, mate. You know, it's like every president. They have their idiosyncrasies. You know, George Bush was a moron and pure evil to boot. I'm sure he did some good somewhere along there. I'm not sure if he did. You know, unemployment's down to 3.7%, but we're going to try and repeal something that's a constitutional right because reasons. So, yeah.
Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Trump is no Nixon. He's no Bush. You know.
Women, one woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
Dr. Grimes, your entire.
But yeah, no doubt we'll talk about all this bullshit. We got so much to catch up on. I've been scripting out a Kavanaugh special for the podcast, which is.
Yes, we have some answers. But first,
Yeah, no.
let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention.
Are we safe to talk about how fucking retarded all that was yet, or do we just have to pretend that actually it was a very serious matter and not just a way to try and keep Kavanaugh out of the seat because Democrats were worried?
You go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid. All right?
And I got a video about the NPC meme going out tomorrow, so we are going to get back into politics, ladies and germs.
Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
Final thing on this, because, you know, people are arguing in the chat. Let's enjoy Night of the Living Dead. We're about to get to iconic scenes and great moments, guys. Great horror film moments. But
I'll come back down as soon as
at the end of the day, if your parents came to a country illegally, sure, that maybe there needs to be reprisals for that. I'm all about amnesty. If you go to a country illegally and you're undocumented and you live in a country for 10 years and you contribute as much as you can legally without giving the game away and you never get in trouble and you have a job, you know, there has to be an amnesty where you go, you know what, fuck it. You're the kind of person we should have let in the first place. But the idea that not only are we going to try and send those people back home, but we're also going to say their kids who were born here aren't citizens, it's like ghastly, you know? It's like so gross. Like, I can't deal with that at all. Like, that idea that the country I was born in, I am not a citizen of it because of things my parents did. That's no way to treat anybody.
Key
So.
ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it. I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs.
But everyone's entitled to their opinion. There are no wrong answers, only perspectives.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly.
Yeah, this kid he's got is pretty fucking jacked. I would definitely be using this guy over the fucking bald office manager from Idaho. Why hasn't he shaved the top of his head? He's got like 4 strands of hair. Like, do something about that, dude.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
Because she loves you, dude. You're a nice young couple, functional. The future of America.
Come on, honey, we
Whole
gotta
life
move.
before you.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom? Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can
The
handle
TV
pump.
told me to
Them
do
doesn't know
it,
anything
so...
about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
Yeah, I can see a bit of Cody Rhodes there.
We're safe now, but there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
See, I always root for these guys.
I don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey,
Like, how, you know, these are all right.
where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're showing no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
Right, that's all the characters established. Let's start killing motherfuckers.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now. Just for a little while until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, my beautiful Tom.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss them.
Yeah, this was crazy, by the way. They hired, like, all these extras who were, like, non-actors. And some of the shit they have to do in this movie is insane. Like, you got to stand next to fire. Like, we're just going to hold some fire at you. No problem. There you go. There was actually, if I remember rightly, there were reports, like, you know, years later about this movie when, you know, 'cause it's one of the most written movies about. But apparently, like, 3 people, like, got set on fire when they were doing this Molotov cocktail scene. Like, 3 people actually got burned, like, by accident. So No. No, you love.
Well, as you're coming, come on. Get in.
Thanks a lot for the kind words there, brother. Glad you enjoyed the interview. Kamisai 1985. Thanks, dude. Yep, we're just straight burning extras. We burning extras out here. We don't give a fuck. You're getting paid like $10 a day to pretend to be a zombie, and we will set you on fire. It's like working for Amazon. Can I say that on Twitch? Kylo Ren again. They definitely used that scene before. They obviously didn't film any appropriate B-roll.
Come on. This key won't work. Watch it.
Oof. That's a risky shot there, Chief.
Watch the torch.
Oh, no.
You gotta get away from the pump.
It's gone tits up immediately. And fire. Yo, you gotta fucking love this shit, dude. This is what I mean. Like, how can you not fucking love Ben, dude? Like, what a fucking legend. Right. I'm trying to fight zombies on the outside. You're fucking up my shit right now. I gave you a beatdown once, but now you're getting lit the fuck up, dude. And this is what I mean. This is why it's like mad controversial. You know? Like, not only are you portraying the white guy as a massive piece of shit, you're gonna let the black protagonist, like, just openly shoot him after giving him a beatdown. Like, there were motherfuckers losing their mind over this shit. It's so fucking retarded. This is why it's a, you know, it's not just a significant horror movie. It's a culturally significant movie, full fucking stop. Just love this as well. This is like one of the most important scenes in the movie. It's the kid is fucking straight zombified, and it is about the youth generation rising up and killing the generation above it with their bad ideas. You know, this is about cultural revolution. Get fucking troweled. Peter Crouch, the original guy. And now you got nowhere to go but fucking Cooper's basement, homie. I've had some people tell me they interpret the movie that actually this means Cooper's plan was sound all along. It definitely isn't. That is not the correct interpretation. Borrowed time now, Ben, my friend. Oh, God. At least you get to kill Cooper again. And there he is. He gets in the FGC pose. The Pritchard special.
Sal, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. Right. You stay here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm going to check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Everything appears to be under control, my friends.
Down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cop.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
And there it is. Yo. And here's the worst part. You see them fuck his body up. with the hooks and put him on the fire. That's what all these still shots are right now. And then you realize, yo, this is about race in America, dude. Like, the whole time, the whole movie. Like, what a fucking film. Every time. I couldn't believe it first time I watched this. I was a kid. I was, like, so fucking invested. In, like, the protagonist and everything. And what's crazy, there was an original plan to have an ending where Ben would have lived. They wanted to have a happier ending. It was actually the actor... Dwayne fucking said, like, no, you can't do that, you know? And there's a quote here, I had it ready for the end. I convinced George that the black community would rather see me dead than saved. After all that had gone on in a corny and symbolically confusing way. The heroes never die in American movies. The jolt of that, and the double jolt of the hero being black, seemed like a double-barreled whammy. So, like, he understood, you know, like, the cultural importance of what was happening, dude. And it's like I say, it's one of the fucking most important movies. Like, I don't give a fuck. Wait, it's one of the most important films ever made. There he is, right next to the zombie who started it all. Our hero, the starting zombie, they get burnt on the same pyre. It's an absolute, just brutal way to make you think about race relations.